Happy Thanksgiving from both sides of the pond. Yes, it is Thanksgiving Day here. It's a cold morning, 32 degrees. I've got the ice warning on my dashboard telling me to be careful. It's icy out there. Well, it would be if there was any precipitation. It was raining this morning. I parked up in, where did I park up in last night? It was a Love's, I remember that. And it was, it was about an hour west of Edwardsville. Can't remember. Greensboro. That was it, Greensboro. The Love's in Greensboro. Greensboro. Let's get it right. Get my pronunciation correct. So yeah, it was raining this morning, and this was like 4 a.m. when I got out of bed, and it's brightened up. It's stopped raining. I think it started to stop raining in St. Louis, and it's now nice and sunny, clear skies. But it is, because there is no cloud cover, nothing to keep the heat in. It is at 32 degrees, and I'm sure it will get colder. Got to watch this driver up front. It's a prime driver. Poor Swift guys have got the reputation of being the worst on the road, but I find the Amazon Prime drivers to be pretty bad. You see a trailer turned over, it's quite often a Prime. Sorry if you drive a Prime, I'm sure there's lots of good drivers there, but I see a lot of bad ones as well. Birdie num num. That's all I'll say on that one. Anyway, it's Thanksgiving, heading west on I-70. I'm going to St. George in Utah. Spoke about on yesterday's blog, or vlog, if you like, about my pickup in Chicago and whether we'd have to drop that one or not, and we did actually drop it. We did try and get in touch with the shipper to see if they would allow me to come this morning to pick up the load, because I just didn't have enough time on my clock. Atlanta killed the possibility of making that run. I spent so much time stuck in traffic in Atlanta, on 285, on 85, on 75, on 20. I had actually hit 285 3 times, and that was a recipe for disaster, especially the week of Thanksgiving, or the eve of Thanksgiving, if you like, the Tuesday. So that kind of killed that. So they didn't respond to us at all. I actually tried to contact the shipper myself and just went to voicemail. So we kind of nixed that one and went straight to Edwardsville, and I've got a load of Downey. Got a load of Downey, and I'm taking that over to St. George in Utah. We'll be heading west on 70, crossing over. Oh, my carrier's updated information about my load. Yeah, so we're going to be crossing Vale Pass. I did check the forecasts, because that's a nasty one for snow. At Stevens, we weren't allowed to go over there in the winter, but I checked the weather forecast, and it looks as though it's going to be cold, but it's going to be dry and no precipitation, so I won't have to chain up. And as far as chains are concerned, if I have to chain up, I'm just pulling over and parking up for the day, night, or whatever it is. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I can stop in Topeka. I used to live in Topeka, my wife and I, and have a couple of very good friends over there in Sam and Brian and Connor and Gabby, and they were talking about me parking up and getting some Thanksgiving dinner off them, which would be nice, because what I've got right now is a salad. That's my plan for my Thanksgiving dinner, is a tuna fish salad, but a nice bit of turkey and cranberry sauce. Sounds really nice. So I'm trying to figure out if I can do that within my time, because my schedule is very tight right now. It is very, very tight to make this load on time. Got another 1,380 miles left to do. It's got to be there on Saturday, and obviously it's Thursday today, so it's a tight schedule. I'm just trying to see if I can afford the stopping time. But it would be nice to have some turkey, and to see Sam and Brian and Gabby and Connor again, obviously. Great people. So that is it, and then done my trip plan for the day. The plan is to stop in a rest area in Russell in Kansas. That's kind of pushing my envelope for the 11 hours. That's where I'm hoping to make. And as long as we don't have any accidents on the road, traffic's quite light, being Thanksgiving Day, so we should be able to make that. I should be able to hit that at about 1700 this afternoon. So fingers crossed. I have seen one accident this morning. As he come round the bend, well, right on the bend there was a copper, and he was parked in the left-hand lane where his lights are flashing. That's very brave. Knowing the idiot drivers, the amount of people who are staring at the cell phones while they're driving, it's very brave to sit there stationary in the outside lane of a 4-lane interstate, as is I-70, on a bend. Whereas he come round the bend, you could see that somebody took that bend too fast. It was a hot dog, like a pickup truck with a trailer, and it had a big old Mercedes van on the back of it, and he just took it too fast, and he tipped the trailer, and it jackknifed the whole thing. They went into the, as you can see here, it was the same guardrail, it's the wire guardrail. He got all tangled up in that. The truck was all smashed to bits. It was upright, but the trailer was upside down. So that was the one I saw this morning. Hopefully that's it. Fortunately, it had hit the medium, and the traffic was light, so there was no tail. There was a little bit of a tailback on the the eastbound side, sorry, which I'm not sure why, because no lanes were blocked. They just wanted to slow down and have a look, and we really only slowed down. There was no stop traffic, but I'm sure if they don't get that up pretty quickly, then the traffic will start to accumulate. But anyway, so hopefully we're going to be nice and clear like this all the way to Russell, and then obviously tomorrow we'll be hitting Denver, Colorado, Vail Pass, pick up 15, head south to St. George, which is just a little bit north of Las Vegas, Nevada. Viva Las Vegas, Vegas baby. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So chances are I will be picking something up from the Vegas area. We do have a shipper down there in, I think it's Henderson, which is just south of Las Vegas, and maybe get a load from there. But I have been running hard since I came back off my home time. Been running very hard, 11 hours a day, so chance I'm going to be short of hours by Sunday, and probably will have to do a 34-hour reset. Been pushing the envelope. If you're going to try and run off recaps, you've got to keep it to 8-9 hours a day, no more than that, to start doing recaps and not have to do a reset. But the way I've been running, probably will have to do a 34-hour reset. I'll take that opportunity to get this truck sorted out to my liking. I really just threw my stuff in and done some quick organising, but I would like to spend a little bit more time on it. I got my American flag decals to put on the door, and just sort out the drawers. I just threw things in drawers just to get in the truck and never really sorted them out. Don't know how long I'm going to have this T680. My DM says she's going to get me a new truck, so, and I'm hoping for another Kenworth. I've went all of the pros and cons. I've driven all of the popular trucks, and I've always said that I like the Volvo best, and I do, as far as the cabin area, the driver's cabin area, not the bunk area, the ride quality and everything. It's great. Headlights, love the LEDs. Honestly, you pull away in the dark with this truck and all the other Kenworths I've driven, and you think you're just running on the side lights, because the headlights on these suck. I'm probably going to have to invest in a set of LEDs for this. Can't see any other way around it. Really uncomfortable with how poor the headlights are on a Kenworth. And I don't know why. I mean, surely the headlights on a semi should be much better than the headlights on a car. You need that vision and be able to see hazards well in advance, because it takes a lot longer to stop this damn thing. But anyway, the thing with the Kenworth that I like is the bunk size. I can sleep a lot better in the Kenworth than I can in the Volvo, and at the end of the day, that's the most important thing to me, is to get sufficient rest, so I can drive comfortably and alert and wide awake during the day or during the night. And that's the most important thing, because, you know, a lot of drivers don't think about it, but there's a lot of liability on our heads. You know, you can be a model citizen, never broke the law in your life, but, you know, you drive drowsy, you fall asleep, and then you pile into the back of a vehicle full of kids or whatever. You could go to jail. I mean, people go to jail for shit like that. So, for me, getting sleep is important so I can control my levels of attention. When you're tired and drowsy, it's so difficult to concentrate on road signs, on speed limits, and keep lane discipline, you know. I mean, everybody's probably saw a drowsy driver on the road just bashing from pillar to post from one lane to the other, and it's just, there's my truck just going in the opposite direction, just like mine. I waved, but he didn't wave back. So yeah, it's really important to get rest so you can keep this vehicle between the lines and observe everything that you need to observe, because I don't want to go to jail. And a lot of people get in the trucking industry and don't realise how much liability you have to keep this thing from hurting others. And when I first started Stevens in orientation, it was our number one priority. That's what they told us on the first day. Your number one priority is to protect the motoring public. And that's what I try to do. And sleep's the most important thing. So, to make a short story long, yes, if I get a new truck, I hope it's a T680 for that one reason. Overall, I think the Volvo's a better truck, I'll be honest, but the bunk is a lot smaller and the back end's a little bit tighter. So, yeah, there you go. Well, I'll take whatever they give me. They give me an International, not so happy, but if they give me Freightliner or a T680, a Kenworth or a Volvo, I'll be very happy indeed. So we'll see how that works. But if they leave me in this truck for a couple of years, I'll be happy with that too, as long as it's reliable. It's a nice truck. It wasn't that clean inside when I got it, but I'm working on that. I've got a lot of the grunge and everything cleaned away, so. But anyway, so yeah, Thanksgiving. So what are you guys up to? Were you lucky enough to be home with your family, or were you like me, working on the road, in the hospitals, in the loves, serving at some fast food place? I don't know who's open. I noticed all the Walmarts are shut today, or at least they were this morning, which is good. I think all the stores should close down Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day, no exception. They should make it a law. When I was a kid, if you got a present for Christmas which needed batteries and somebody forgot to get your batteries, you had to wait till the next day, because nothing was open, nothing at all. Everything was shut. Gas stations, corner shops, news agents. You know, you run out of smokes, tough shit. You just had to do without your fags. Cigarettes. Call them fags back in England. No offence to anybody, men whatsoever. Shut up my roots. You just couldn't get anything. Everything was shut. The only thing that was open was the hospitals. No buses, no taxis, and nothing. And really, that's what they should get back to. I know that Target have said that every year from now on they're going to be shutting their stores on Thanksgiving. Hopefully they'll do the same for Christmas Day. Home Depot, they close Christmas Day and New Year's Day, open every other day. I think Lowe's is the same. And it should be across the board. If you don't stock up, if you can't make provisions to survive for a store closing down, all stores closing down for one day, twice a year, then really you are so messed up. So come on, people. Come on, you CEOs. I know we've got loads of CEOs watching my vlogs. Actually, probably not, but what the hell. Close on Christmas Day and Thanksgiving. Give everybody a break. But never mind. I worked it to make sure I got Christmas off, as I said in yesterday's vlog. Gotta have Christmas off. Looking forward to that. I love this time of year. It really is great. You know, it's just something about Thanksgiving leading up to Christmas. Just gives you the warm, fuzzy feeling. Peace and joy to all mankind and all that. enjoyed Christmas, and I always try and get the Christmas holidays off as well. Which I don't think I've worked on at Christmas. I think I've had a week off at Christmas since I've been in America, to be honest with you. Alrighty, well, I'm trying to get back on the right-hand lane. I pulled over to give room for this car, but as usual, you got these idiots. I'm trying to get back in the lane. I've got my turn signal on, but he's coming through. Another wanker. Gotta be through, gotta be through. Gotta be through, gotta be through. If I'd have just waited, I would have pulled in, but it is what it is. So that's it. Thanksgiving. Awesome. Go and eat your turkey. And if it's not Thanksgiving, if you're watching this after Thanksgiving, then, happy whatever day it is. Happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Take it easy. Hit the subscribe button below to watch more vlogs from both sides of the pond. Thank you. Goodbye.